Jai Gurudev children, welcome to English class. Today you are going to learn a new lesson, Uncle Ken's Job. Ruskin Bond is the author of this lesson. Ruskin Bond, born on 19 May 1934, is an Indian author of British origin. The Room on the Roof was his first novel. Vagrants in the Valley, The Blue Umbrella, Funny Side Up, A Flight of Pigeons, and he had written more than 30 books for children. Most of his works are influenced by life at foothills of the Himalayas, where he has spent his childhood. The story starts with a conversation between a granny and her grandson, and they talk about Uncle Ken who remains idle without job. Now Granny says, "We have to do something for Uncle Ken. I don't mind staying with me and I don't expect any money from him, but it's not healthy for a man to remain idle." Now her grandson asks to Granny, "Is Uncle Ken a young man or an old man?" Granny replied, "He is 30. Everyone says he will become more responsible as he grows up. He can look after himself. It's time for him to take up a job." At the time, maid enters into the granny's house and she said to the granny, "The Maharani of Jaipur needs a tutor." Now granny asked to the maid, "How do you know?" She came to know about this news from Aya and she said the pay is 200 rupees and work only 2 hours in the morning. Uncle Ken was interviewed by Maharaja at the time Maharani was out. Maharaja asked to Uncle Ken, "Apart from Max, do you know tennis?" Uncle Ken replied, "Yes, certainly." Uncle Ken said yes on the basis of very little knowledge of the game he had acquired as a schoolboy 20 years back. By the meantime, Maharaja asked to Uncle Ken, "By the way, were you at Cambridge University?" Uncle Ken replied, "No, I was at Oxford." Uncle Ken comes back to home and tells her about an interview. Granny said, "You have not been to Oxford. How could you say that?" Uncle Ken replied, "Don't you remember? I stayed at Oxford with your brother, helping him in the kitchen. Maharaja did not ask me if I had been to the university." To everyone's surprise, Uncle Ken had a great success in his job. Maharaja was a poor tennis player. He tried to discover worst player, but instead of becoming doubles partner for Maharaja, Uncle Ken became his favorite single opponent. Uncle Ken's job would be safe as long as he kept losing. In between tennis matches, Uncle Ken taught a few lessons for the children. He took Rusty along as Maharaja's children were smaller than him. Uncle Ken is strong in addition but not in subtraction. On the way to home, he would ask Rusty about the whole answer was right. Uncle Ken says to the children, "Excellent, I feel glad about your hard work. One is right and one is wrong, but I won't say who is wrong and who is right." Now Maharaja was hurted by Ken because Maharaja became a loser with Ken in tennis. Maharaja says, "I don't think you realize the importance of losing. Where would the world be without losers?" Uncle Ken replied, "I'm sorry, it's just a coincidence, Your Highness." Maharaja apologized to him, but a week later Uncle Ken wins in the tennis game. Ken had no intention to win, but practice made him to win. Next day, Maharaja turned up at the lesson time where Uncle Ken was busy at a game of crosses. Now Maharaja shouts at Uncle Ken, "We won't require your services from tomorrow. You will get 1 month's salary instead of notice." Uncle Ken walked relaxedly to the granny's house and grannies asked Uncle Ken, "Why you are so early today?" Uncle Ken said, "Maharaja don't want my service hereafter. They paid money for being a tennis player. Uncle Ken always confirmed he would never have lost his job if he had not stamped the Maharaja at tennis. Granny knew the job would not have lasted long. At least it lasted longer than most of his jobs. Thank you, children. Hope you had understand this. Thank you. Jai